the magic number is $30,000. So the government of Canada requires that all businesses that earn more than 30,000 in revenue per year must register for a GST HST. But it does sometimes make sense to register a little bit earlier. So, for example, if you have more expenses than revenue, you can recover some of that GST HST spent on expenses, which is called input tax credits, and the government will actually reimburse you. And customers also expect to pay GST HST. So when your clients receive an invoice that includes the appropriate amount of taxes charged, it actually demonstrates that you're running a professional business. And working with an accountant can also help you better understand exactly how to best take advantage of this registration for your business based on your expenses and revenue. But something to consider. If you're making under 30,000, you're technically not legally required to set it up. But as soon as you do register for an HST GST, you are legally required to start charging it. Now, annual compliance and maintenance. So you've incorporated your business, you set up your GST, HST, you've paid for your shares, everything is set up. What more do you have to do? What are the legal obligations to make sure that you're compliant and you're maintaining this business properly? So for sole proprietorship and partnership, again, we mentioned there's no separate taxes. You're not a separate legal entity, so it's the same as your personal taxes when it comes time April-ish, when people are filing their taxes. Anything that you've incurred from that business, you file with your personal tax return. There's no legal requirements or legal documentation that you need to maintain on an annual basis for a sole prop. I do know that sole props do expire after a certain time, so it might just be renewing that or creating a new business trade name registration, but that's about it in terms of maintenance for sole prop. But with corporation, there is some additional stuff. So you do have a separate tax return, your T2, which has to be submitted each year. But there are also annual returns that need to be filed with either the government or federal government, a provincial government or federal government, based on which one you registered in. But this needs to be filed every single year. And these are legal requirements.